Hello everyone, welcome back to the Workbench. These are the series of videos where we discuss ceiling fan history and trivia and technical information. Today we're going to have an update to the video on the Terra by Southern Fan Company, or the Southern Fan Company in general, because they only sold the one model. So, first thing we're going to update, there was a story about Terra fans being sold in Alaska, and somebody asked me, why did they sell Terra fans in Alaska? So, here's the story that I heard straight from one of the people from Southern Fan. The guy who was the head sales rep for Southern Fan Co. was required to, as he put it, dress like a mob lawyer, where he had to wear a flashy suit and tie to go out on his sales calls and trips and things like that. And he wanted to wear a sweater and jeans and grow out his beard. So he made a bet with the CEO, if I can sell 450 fans in Alaska, it doesn't matter what I wear. The CEO agreed to the bet, and the sales rep pulled out the receipt. He'd already sold the fans. And by the way, he sold them to a guy that wanted to be the exclusive Terra dealer for that state. So the dealer himself was paying a very high price, $450 a fan, dealer cost. Now my understanding is that he was a guy that also sold fireplaces and wood stoves. So the idea was, here's your heating, thing. Here's your fan to bring the heat down. It was probably sold as a heating system or to augment a heating system, and that's why they sold them in Alaska. Okay, I did find my documentation that had the names of the people from the Southern Fan Company, because I said I was going to mention them in the last video, but I couldn't find it. Greg Gutman, who I believe was their lawyer, and I believe that was the guy that I talked to that had the most information, or at least was most willing to share. The CEO and founder, his name was Wayne Poole, and after Southern Fan went out of business, he went into the sign industry, and he had the East Texas Sign Company and Apex Sign in Cedar Hills, Texas. The other name I have, Steve Anderson, DeSoto, Texas. I think he might have been the head sales guy, but honestly I don't remember, and I never made a note of that. Okay, the other question I had was, the timeline of Southern Fan Company is 1979 when they were founded to 1989 when they went out of business. And a lot of people have asked me, so they sold the one fan, just the Terra, that whole time? Like what they sold in 89 was no different? Because not many people have seen them that late. And so I did a little digging. And so what it seems like, yes, we know they only sold that one fan. They had a bunch of different designs. You could combine different colors and things like that. They had the ornate faceplate and other things you could do. But they only had the one model, the Terra. But what it appears is in 1983, they stopped advertising because the last Southern Fan Company ads show up in 1983, and they still show the Terra. By 1986, there are lots of complaints that are lodged with, local authorities, Dallas newspapers, news stations, call News 3 hotline to help us fix your problem, that kind of thing. There are just dozens of complaints about Southern Fan Company by 1986 saying, hey, I have one of these fans. The rubber thing broke or the plastic thing broke, usually either the flywheel or the motor mount. I've called the company and the phone is disconnected. So by 86, we know their phone line was disconnected. So what it sounds like is that they were just, like I said, they shut down production in 83 and were just kind of trying to ride it out, through 86, and 89 was when they were finally like, okay, company dissolved. So that's all the updates I have. If I find anything else out, of course, we'll do another video. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed learning more about the Terra and Southern Fan Company and all the other things we discussed here on the Workbench. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, ring bells, all the good stuff.